Hey everyone, before I start this video, I just wanted to let you know that I'm opening up my Patreon page, so I want you to go there and help support Golf Rugby Report. So we can't get all this information out to you without your support, and Patreon is a way for you to support Golf Rugby Report without having a paywall for content. And also, you get gifts and special stuff, some unique things like, I can, on some levels, record a greeting on your phone and some fun stuff like that. You get to vote on content as well. But it is a way for you to spend a little bit of money to help support Golf Rugby Report. So it's kind of like a pledge drive, like a PBS pledge drive with fewer fake English accents. Or like NPR with less condescension, or maybe Jerry Lou's telethon, but most of you are too young to remember him. So go to patreon.com/Golf Rugby Report and sign up for different levels where you can support what Golf Rugby Report is doing, because we need you with the way things are, and for us to be able to provide you with the information that we've been doing even through the COVID shutdown. Is really important for you to help us out. So thank you very much in advance, and go there. So today we're going to talk about money. And the question is, did USA Rugby overplay their hand with coming out with a dues structure, a new dues structure that is about $20 per person, maybe different with the men's club, but about $20 per person plus add-ons for insurance, going from 27 to 32 to 30 odd. And I freely say that these aren't official numbers, they're kind of unofficial numbers, but we know this is what people are generally being told. Doesn't seem like that much, right? It's not as much as other sports are charging for sanctioning of teams and players and leagues and things like that being able to play. But the difference here is that USA Rugby, of course, is in bankruptcy. And it's in bankruptcy because they mismanage their own finances. And it's in bankruptcy that they end up owing a bunch of membership organizations a lot of money. Now, I realize that a lot of money is kind of, it's relative, right? So USA Rugby owes World Rugby millions of dollars and owes a bank hundreds of thousands of dollars. So a few $100s here, a few $100s there. What's the big deal? But it's real money for these organizations and these people, because they had plans. An organization had plans to do something with that money. They didn't get it. And that's why you saw the almost acrimonious split between USA Rugby and what became NCR, which was NSCRO. We'll talk about NCR and their money troubles in another video, but we're just talking about USA Rugby here. So that there's that emotional side of it, and the anger and the feeling like, you kind of hit us where we live, that's not going to go away. So if you come back and say, your dues level is less than it used to be, here's a dues level, it's less than what a lot of other sports are paying, that doesn't matter if it's still supporting a CEO that a lot of people partially blame for the problem. And it still supports a national office of about 12, 13, 14, 15 people. That seems like a lot of people for an organization that failed. And tie that in also with, there's some rumblings. Now you hear some rumblings that say basically that we're all culpable, that we're all part of this USA Rugby, that somehow overspent money and didn't bring in enough money, and we're all part of it because we didn't help solve it, or we voted for the wrong person, or voted for the wrong thing. But I don't think that really holds water when you talk about the really, really big things. And the really, really big things are the Sevens World Cup in 2018, and the men's 15s team and men's 7s team, especially the 15s team, spending money during the World Cup year. Now, chief among this is really the 2018 Sevens World Cup. Who signed off on that? I wasn't asked. You as the membership weren't asked. And people are angry because they saw millions of dollars wasted or lost through poor decisions or overspent. And that was a really big hit on USA Rugby. Forget about, in fact, the overspend for the men's national team in 2019, because if there had been still that overspend. But USA Rugby hadn't lost millions of dollars in 2018 at the Sevens World Cup. They would have been able to absorb the problem and maybe turn around and fix that problem with the men's national team. Instead, men's national team, while a problem, kind of got dumped on as the big problem. And some people lost their jobs because they were blamed for it, when really, to be able to blame like Chris Hansen, the manager, or general manager Dave Hodges, for the entire organization blowing up is disingenuous, really. It's cherry picking on facts, because you don't go back to 2018, which was the big mistake. So people are angry about that. People are really angry about that. And so take away, I don't want to say logic. I don't want to come across as if I have, I favor one side or the other. My job here is to report the facts to you. And the facts are that people are angry. And the facts are that even if the dues structure is going to be less than it used to be, and less than other sports charge players, people are angry that not enough is changing, and people are angry because they've not been apologized to, and people don't want a lot of the services that they are being told that they're going to be getting. And they're talking about $5 per person. They're talking about $3 per person. A lot less than $20. We're going to be talking a little bit about what people can do about this dichotomy of viewpoints, and we can also talk a lot about the big renegade NCR as well, and the financial fallout from that. That'll be coming in future parts, but I want to remind you again, go to patreon.com/Golf Rugby Report and help support what we do at Golf Rugby Report, because we need you to help us keep this this content in front of a paywall. And to do that, we need some financial support, but we give you gifts and we give you special perks, and you can vote on content and some extra things that you get by supporting us. But you get to make sure that we keep going through the difficult times, through the ups and downs of the season and the decade, and who knows what else, right? Frogs, locusts, we don't know, but we need you to keep going. And you can help us for just a few dollars a month, or maybe a few more. You've got all kinds of different options there. Patreon.com/Golf Rugby Report. And if you're unfamiliar with Patreon, it is just a way for content creators like myself to get support from people who like what they're doing. And hopefully you like it. And even if you don't, comment on this and let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time.